Hi folks, Josh again. This is the fifth video in our GIS overview. In this video, we're going to talk about using the terrain data layer on our county GIS. From here on out, I'm actually going to leave the parcels layer on so that we have a frame of reference of what's going on for each location. So again, as you're going down your layers list, the next one we come to is terrain data. You'll see with some of these layers that there's a plus or minus sign here. And in this situation, the plus sign hasn't been hit, which means you're not really seeing everything that's below this nested layer, meaning that if you hit the plus sign, some guys come down underneath here. You'll notice that these layers are grayed out, meaning that you can't turn them on. And when you come to this, that means that you need to turn the mother toggle on to access those. So I'm going to do that now by clicking the terrain data. You'll notice that these are now black and not gray, and that means that you can actually turn them on and off. Another thing that I want to point out here is that there's a legend associated with these with this layer, and that is in between the layer label and the layer toggle. So if you click on that guy, it's going to show you that there are going to be index topography lines and intermediate topography lines. In this situation, the intermediate lines are 2-foot topo and they're going to be red. And the index lines are going to be every 10-foot topo and they're going to be gold. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the topo here. Keep in mind that this is a very big data set, meaning that this can slow down this program a little bit. So if you're not specifically using the topo, it's probably a good idea to turn it off when not absolutely needed. So you see our map is now covered with red and gold lines. And as we kind of zoom into where our WSA trailer is in Arlington Echo, it's not as glaring. You can actually see the distance between the topo lines. So this is great information, but you don't have the topo labels on. So you're going to want to go ahead and do that. So that happens when you hit the toggle right below the topo toggle, and you'll notice that now the topography lines are labeled and you can get a good sense of what the elevations are on your site. For those of you who might not understand topography too much, when topo lines are very close together, that denotes a pretty steep slope, as you can see on the back end here. And when they're farther apart, that usually denotes flatter land. The other thing that I want to point out with these topography lines is that this is based off of a 2017 LiDAR information. And keep in mind, for bigger or major projects that require significant grading, more in-depth site analysis of grades will probably be needed. Again, you might need a surveyor or somebody who can actually measure the terrain in person. So with that, that's the introduction to topography here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my terrain data, and you'll see that the lines disappear, and that's the end of this video.